Exposing the lies. The place the media does not want you to know about. Watch out. Your ears is about to hear the truth. With your host, the General, Sean White. Alright, listen up. You are now entered to the recruitment. You're now in the army of truth. Yes, this is the army of truth. I am your host, General Sean White. You can find us here at the website of the Army of Truth.webs.com. That is the Army of Truth.webs.com. WEBS. Now, what I'm going to be going over and what we're going to talk about is exposing the lies to what the media and to what we call the Illuminati are trying to tell you. This is the General's rants. I'm going to be ranting on. I'm going to tell you I am on fire. With this information, I am a locomotive. The tracks have been laid down, and I am a locomotive. The info is the war zone, and that info is my coal that sets me on fire. And I am getting hotter and enraged every day. When I started and waking up on things, let me tell you, people thinking I'm psychotic, thinking I'm crazy, but you can just read the signs, because the Illuminati that we're going to talk about, they believe in three things, and that is sacred geometry, that is numerology, and astrology. If you can know their signs, which is the sacred geometry, the numerology, and the astrology, you can figure them all out. Oh, you know what? King Solomon said in his book, he said, nothing's new under the sun. And I believe because he worshiped, his wives got him and started getting him to worship all these other gods, he worshiped the sun god. And he was referring, when he know the error of his ways, that nothing is new under the sun god. And that sun god, people, is Lucifer. Yes, Lucifer. The whole heart of the whole thing is Lucifer. Now I'm going to tell you, soldiers, if you're just now starting to get it, or if some of you have not understand, let me tell you, it's a big word right here with a big punch to it, and that is, you have been punked. You have been punked. They have punked you out. You probably heard of that show that is on empty. I meant MTV. Empty. Yes. The show of MTV, empty, to make your heads completely empty, that you can become completely null and void, and that you're a wasteland. Yeah, he had the show Punked. Well, you have been punked. They have put try to glaze your eyes over, and I am alarmed. I am a different type of Paul Revere, because Paul Revere was a Freemason. I am a Paul Revere that is going out saying, instead of the British is coming, that the Illuminati is here. And buddy, let me tell you something. You know what? You're going to have to make a choice. There is no more middle grounds out there. If you have probably figured out there's an intensity inside of you, you know something is not right. You don't know what it is? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. There is. If anything, I don't care what religion you are. It does not matter what you believe. But you better understand one thing. There is a good and there is an evil. There is positive energy. There is negative energy. There is a supreme God. And there is someone that is a complete evil one. There is a creator, and there is the created ones. And these created ones desire to be worshipped. But you know, we are not to worship creation. We are able to worship the creator, the one that has brought you to life. Because let me tell you a story on my side. I am a Christian. And from the very beginning, I know that when I was first born, that God was there when I was born. And all of a sudden, I was snatched away by the enemy. And the enemy says, let me teach you about the world. I will teach you about the world. I'll teach you about what happens. I will teach you about getting hurt. How you'll be stabbed in the back. How your family will be broken and that you will fear. And you know what? It's taken over 30 years to start to realize who my real father was. The one that was there in a soft conditioning way. The one that had a real small voice. That never forced me into anything. Didn't make me fear. He didn't make me anything. He allowed me to choose what I would choose to believe. Now, that is a key word itself. The word believe. Because what the Illuminati, what they try to do in these media, and I call them media whores, and they put you with a medium. Think about it, people. Your TV, your computers are all hooked up by a medium. Same thing you do in the occult. By you are channeling to find a medium. You're using a medium to speak through by calling in on spirits or unfamiliar spirits. Well, that is what it's like in the beginning. And this person is making you to choose all these things and forcing you to believe a lie. And in the word believe, there is an L-I-E. Lie. That is all they do. The devil, which, by the way, you take away the D of devil, you get evil. And if you spell evil backwards, you get the word live. That is the true thing that you want to call the good and the evil. There is true, there is life, or live, and then there is evil. And you have to choose. Yes, soldiers, you better understand something very clear. You have made a choice, regardless of what you do. Because you know, if you don't make a choice at all, and you say you're just going to sit back, you've already made your choice. And let me tell you something. What you have chosen is not the good side. Oh yeah, you better stand back. You stand back if you're over there and you're snickering, you're laughing at this, and you think this funny. Oh yeah, you'll think this funny in the end, because if you have made no choice and you think this is crazy talk and this is a bunch of goo goo gaga caca stuff, well, I got news for you in the end. Your eyes are glazed and it's over. It's over. And for any of you that have chosen and you know you have deliberately allowed yourself to be possessed by the evil one, and you're completely possessed, you might not even know it, you got no conscience, well, I want to let you know, your brain has been marked, buddy. It's been marked and seared for what your choice already has made. You have chosen. You have chosen what you have already desire. You are a slave. You're like, ha ha ha, I ain't no slave to nothing. I can do whatever I want because because it says, do thy will. I can do whatever I want. Choose whatever you want. Oh, buddy, you better look down and look at the chains, because you're blind from the chains that have locked you into your prison. You're in a prison, and you live by fear. And you know what? I choose not to live by fear. I fear, as in respect, of a God that loves me. And I live by freedom, and I live by love. And by knowing all of this, I live in freedom. That's the true freedom. It doesn't give me fear. It gives me life. Because I know you can't fool me. There's a wrestler named John Cena says, you can't see me. Well, you know what? You can't see me. I know what my choice is. Alright, guys, so what I want to get into is kind of give an introduction. We're talking about the Illuminati. I'm going to go through the history and how it all started in the beginning. We're going to get into the numerology. We're going to get into the current events, the astrology. We're going to go into the geometry, like Washington, D.C., the 33 parallel, all of these things. And I'm going to give you assignments to think about. Things that you need to think about if you want to learn. This is not a show to wake people up just to sit around and be led to the cattle just to have some info. No, this is a show where I will provide the best of my knowledge of what you need to do. So grab yourself a pen and a paper, get ready. We're going to break through of what the Illuminati is, because the thing is, it is time, as one of my friends says, that he has been something has been telling him over, which I believe is God, has told him to return to his roots. And I think we all got to return to our roots. We need to find a foundation to hold on to be rooted into, to know about the past. That way it can help us to know the present and what is to come. Because if you know the past, you will know what is come, because as I said before, there is nothing new under the sun. Alright, so today is February the 3rd, 2010. I say 0203 2010. I say that again because that comes to the number 23. 23 is a big, big number. And the thing is that I asked people today if they were feeling something kind of strange. Because I felt some strange things going on. I felt some evil was going on today, brother. A lot of stuff. I mean, I asked one person, they said they thought it felt kind of paranoid. And I absolutely agree. It is off the charts today that there was something going on. And maybe together we can figure it out. But you know what? I've already think I know what that thing was that started it. It is a show that premiered on September the 22nd, 2004. And it premiered last night, February the 2nd, 2010. I say that because if you notice, there is a 2 and a 2. 22nd, and that is a multiple of 11 to itself. Very important. This show is the most expensive show that I've read that's going on right now, and it has reached its final season, and that would be its 6th season. The number of man. Now, I want to talk about this show. The show is called Lost. It is a 4-letter word, not love,